Hello, my name is Kate.
I'm Chelsea.
That's Vaughn.
We were instructed to create an experiment based on a topic that we chose in our social psychology unit.
The topic we chose is the chameleon effect. The chameleon effect is part of conformity, and specifically unconscious conformity. Conformity would be when someone changes their own behavior or thinking in order to fit a group standard. In the case of the chameleon effect, people unconsciously begin to mimic or almost mirror the body language and tone of voice of the person that they're having interaction with.
For our experiment, we specifically focused on the actions of the body and see if our experimentees would follow the experimenter, which was me.
The hypothesis was that if an experimenter performs body language cues during an interview with a subject, then the subject will unconsciously mimic said body language cues because of the chameleon effect.
So let's get started into the experiment.
So the way we conducted our experiment was that we had one experimenter and one subject. The experimenter would be there acting as an interviewer. So what we did was we gave the interviewer a sheet, and she had 5 cues and 5 questions. So while the subject thought they were just answering questions normally, there were cues written on the paper for the interviewer to follow. The interviewer's cues were as follows: was to cross their arms, was to have their head resting on their hand, and then for them to lean in and talk more enthusiastically during the 3rd question. Then the 4th was to yawn, and the 5th was to tap their leg.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Mr. Loveland.
Where's the most beautiful place you've ever been?
Anna Maria Island in Florida.
What is your favorite color?
Orange.
What is your favorite animal?
Cat.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
I think eating sounds.
What is your favorite color?
Orange.
What is your favorite animal?
How hard one really. Honestly, like birds, honestly, they're just a little more interesting than anything else.
They like hop around.
Yeah.
It's super cute. What is your biggest pet peeve?
I really, really hate it when people are in public and they walk right in front of you and they just slow down and stuff.
I hate it when people do that. Hate it. And then people do it in the hallway all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Snakes in the grass around
You just want to push them down.
Yeah, really.
Get them down on the ground.
Where is the most beautiful place you've ever been?
Just north of Seattle. It was really pretty. Waterfall.
Yeah. Where did you go?
West Summer. For 2 summers ago.
That's awesome.
Like, definitely.
Do you have a biggest pet peeve?
When people chomp their food, like when they don't close their mouth when they chew.
Yeah.
We call it chomping at my house. That's why I said that.
I completely agree.
Or like dragging their feet on cement. That's
Yes.
another one that really just.
Or they have like flip flops.
Yeah.
And it like
You can't pick up your feet. It's
I
like
hate that.
just walk. Just pick up your feet. It's not that difficult to
I-
walk.
Exactly. I hate that.
While the official results of the experimental group may not have supported our hypothesis, when you look at the full video of both groups, both the control and the experimental, and you notice things that Kate does with her body, with her voice, that the subjects repeat, you see a lot more than just the cues we intended to be replicated and mimicked. So one of the main things that people responded to was the control group. The control group, when Kate performed her interview, you could probably see in the video, was that she would sit straight like this, and she would just talk exactly like this, and she would ask them a question. One of the most interesting subjects, I think, was Riley, who, in the control group, immediately just also put her hands the same exact way and just had the same intonation of her voice. She just went orange, and she just kept going with all the animals and stuff. And it was, that I think was probably the most interesting, was that even the subjects weren't doing what we wanted them to do. They were mimicking Kate in ways that we hadn't expected or planned to occur. Probably the main confounding variable for our experiment would just be the ability to repeat and have full body language be the same for all 3 people, and having a good environment that all 3 people felt comfortable in. I know we knew some of the subjects, and some of them had no idea who we were and didn't feel completely comfortable on camera. So that could have had like a really big impact on what they mimicked and what they didn't.